After 4 grueling days in court, the Olympian looked composed but wary. He showed no emotion through the day, but broke down when the Chief Magistrate made his decision, having considered the athlete's version of events.
That reaching out in the affidavit in the way that he did, placing it before the court, together with the fact that none of the factors that need to be established have been established, I come to the conclusion that the accused has made a case to be released on bail.
Oscar Pistorius says he mistook his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp for a burglar, shooting her 3 times through a toilet door. The Chief Magistrate thought parts of his story were improbable, but he wasn't convinced by the prosecution's case that this was premeditated murder. His family are relieved.
As a family, we know Oscar's version of what happened at that tragic night. And we know that that is the truth, and that will prevail in the coming court cases.
Strict bail conditions include that the athlete check in with police twice a week, surrender his gun and passports, and not contact the witnesses who say they heard the couple fighting and gunshots. The case of the fallen hero and his beautiful girlfriend has captured the attention of millions of people here and around the world. This is just one of the doors of the court, and look at how many people are crammed onto the pavement. And this was just a bail application hearing, but it has set the stage for what promises to be a dramatic trial full of tantalising detail. The case has been adjourned until the 4th of June, when the prosecution will have to make amends for several blunders. The lead investigator had to be replaced after it emerged he's facing attempted murder charges himself. But the accusations of sloppy police work were refuted outside court.
And I believe the criticism doesn't mean we should actually lose hope in this case. We are going to meet Pistorius again soon, around June, to make sure that we continue with this case as we have planned.
As the athlete left court, there are more questions now than ever before. But for now at least, Oscar Pistorius is a free man.
So Tania, 4 days just for a bail hearing. What are the legal teams going to have to do now?
Well, I think they've both really got their work cut out for them. If you look at the defence case, at this preliminary real bail hearing application, they didn't put Oscar Pistorius on the stand. Now, they certainly didn't have to, and the Chief Magistrate is to point out that Pistorius did present an affidavit that was much more detailed than he would normally see in a case like this at this sort of stage. But Pistorius is going to take the stand at some point during this trial. He's going to have to be really, really prepped by his defence team, because the prosecution is going to, try and get as much out of them as they absolutely can, because, at the end of the day, only 2 people know what happened in that room, and one of them is dead. So much of Pistorius's argument, his version of events, rides on what he says and how he presents himself in court. The prosecution, they also had their work cut out for them. We saw their case, at times looking really, really shaky. They're going to have to go back to the groundwork. The original investigator has been sacked from the case. A new detective is on it now, one of the country's top detectives. He is going to have to work really hard to restore public confidence in this process, because, this is what plays into the larger sort of story of what this is about, why people keep guns at home under their bed. It is because, many people just don't believe that when something goes wrong, a burglar in the house, that the police are going to turn up and be able to handle the situation properly. So the way that handled this case has not helped people's confidence in the police responses and the police's capabilities.
Tania Page reporting live from Pretoria for us. Thanks, Tania.